Good morning, Standard 5th. Today's our session is for English grammar, in which your chapter number 3 is auxiliary verbs. We are going to have a look on the auxiliary verbs today. Okay, I'll explain you the chapter auxiliary verbs. So, pay attention very carefully because there will be some exercise at the end of the session which you have to do it. Okay, so pay attention on the explanation very carefully. Fine, so let's move to the auxiliary verbs. Before starting the chapter, first let's know what is an auxiliary verb. You all must be knowing about the verbs, right? The action words are the verbs like sit, stand, sleep, walk, run, read, write. These are auxiliary verbs. These are verbs. But what are auxiliary verbs? Auxiliary verbs means in more easy if you want to understand, then they are also called helping verbs. Helping verbs like is, am, are, was, were, and many. Okay, there are more than 23 auxiliary verbs. Fine. So, what is an auxiliary verb? An auxiliary verb is used to add functional or grammatical content to the information expressed by another verb considered to be the main verb. The verb which I am talking about, like sit, stand, read, write, drink, eat, walk, run, jump, etc., etc. These are the main verbs. And the auxiliary verbs, what do? The auxiliary verbs, they add a functional and grammatical content. Okay? Means in the sentence somewhere the auxiliary verb is very necessary. Only the main verb cannot complete the sentence on its own. At that time, the auxiliary verb is compulsory there. At that time, the auxiliary verb is necessary. That's why it is being used. So, what is an auxiliary verb? An auxiliary verb is used to add functional and grammatical content to the information expressed by another verb considered to be the main verb. More auxiliary verbs, like what are they? Auxiliary verbs are verbs which are used in forming tense, right? In affirmative, negative, and in question of present and simple tense. Present simple and simple past tense. Here in this chapter, we are going to see 3 auxiliary verbs, that is be, do, and have. What kind of verbs are these? Be, do, and have. Okay, what are those and how are they going to help? Okay. So, what is an auxiliary verb? An auxiliary verb helps the main verb, which is called and is also called the helping verb. Auxiliary verb is also called helping verb and it helps the main verb. Okay? It helps the main verb. That action happened in the past, happening in the present, and will happen in the future. Okay, like will is an auxiliary verb. Okay, without the auxiliary verb will in the sentence, we cannot understand the tense of the sentence. Was auxiliary verb, but it is in the past tense auxiliary verb. Okay, so if in the sentence there is no was, then we cannot understand if the sentence is the tense of the sentence, that the sentence is in past tense or in present tense. So such kind of verbs are called auxiliary verbs. Okay, now as I told you, we are going to learn be, do and have. Okay, so if be is been used, then is, am and are, these are the three verbs which we can use for be. To be, B-E-B. Okay, usage to create progressive tense. If we want progressive tense, then we will use is, am, are. Okay, and in the passive voice, the further in higher classes you will learn about active voice and passive voice. Like if I give you, we are studying part of speech. Are, here are is an auxiliary verb and studying is the main verb. Okay, by the sentence only we can understand that it is a progressive. Progressive means continuous tense. Continuous tense. Okay, verb plus ing, and shows that it is an auxiliary, it is a continuous tense. Next, as I told you that is, am, are is used to create passive voice sentence also. The room is cleaned by Tom. By. In the passive voice we use by. Okay, but how do we understand that this is a passive voice? By word by also. Here auxiliary verb is been used. Okay, and the verb, main verb is added with ed. It means it is the past tense. Okay, next, do. For do, which auxiliary verbs are used? Do and does. Okay, now how could we use that? Usage to make question and negative form of main verb. Negative form of main verb. How? I don't go to school. Negative sentence all it round. Do not go to school. Do not, the short form of do not is don't. And if I change it in a question form, then do you go to school? So do and does, they are used in the sentence to make questions or negative form for the main verb. Have. For have, it is have and has. Have and has are also auxiliary verbs. Okay. Now how can we use that? They are used to create perfect tense forms. Have and has are being used for perfect tense forms. Okay. Like I have lived in Cambodia. Cambodia is the name of a place. For 5 years. He has visited the Angkor Wat for several times. Okay, perfect tense. In the perfect tense forms you will use have and has. Okay, now before moving to the auxiliary verbs, let's have a look at the sentences. Where are these auxiliary verbs being used and how are they? Some examples of auxiliary verb. Okay, you have to note it down. So please do it. First, you have to note down what is an auxiliary verb with that table, and now the examples also. I'll read the sentence with you and I'll explain which are the auxiliary verbs in it. I am writing a book. Here the auxiliary verb is am. Okay. am. And the main verb is writing, write. I added ing, so it became an progressive sentence. In a progressive sentence, in a continuous, or you can say in a continuous sentence, auxiliary verb is compulsory. Okay, without an auxiliary verb, the progressive sentence cannot be completed. So, I am writing a book. Here the auxiliary verb is am and the main verb is writing. He has done the work. Here the auxiliary verb is has and main verb is done. Do, did, done. The third form of the verb used with has and have. Okay? Just have to take care of this also, that which form of verb is used where. Okay? The continuous form of verb is used in is, am, are, was, were. Okay? We will be there in a minute. We will be there in a minute. Will. Here will is an auxiliary verb. By the word will or by the verb will, we understand that the sentence is telling about the future tense. The auxiliary verb tells about the tense also. Okay? I have told you before only. So we will be there in a minute. The auxiliary verb is will. Next, would you help me with this homework? Here the auxiliary verb is would. Okay? Can you open the door? What is the auxiliary verb? Can. Next, did. Did you visit New York last holiday? Auxiliary verb is did. Do, did, done. I told you. This is the one. Okay. Next. Do you like chocolates? Auxiliary verb do. They must get there on time. Here the auxiliary verb is must. M-U-S-T. Must. Okay. So these were some kind of examples in which I explained you that the auxiliary verb is added to the sentence to show the tense also. Tense like past, present, future you can say, or you can say continuous tense, the progress tense or the perfect tense. For the perfect tense we will add have and has. And for continuous tense is, am, are, was, were. To know the future of the sentence. If we want to know if the sentence is in future tense or in which tense, then you will see for the auxiliary verb will. Okay. Now I'll give you a table. You have to note down that table in your notebook. In that table there are 23 auxiliary verbs. You should know which auxiliary verbs are there. Okay, so whenever there is an exercise to underline or to add an auxiliary verb, you will immediately come to know, okay, here I have to add was, were, has, have and such kind of auxiliary verbs. Okay, so I'll give you a table. Note down that table. The 23 auxiliary verbs. Before moving to our main auxiliary verb, that is be, do and have, first we will note down the 23 auxiliary verbs. Fine. Start. Make a table with 3 columns and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 rows. 3 columns and 10 rows. Okay, have you done? Fine. Now, start. column 1, column 2 and column 3. In column 1 you will write am, column 2 is, column 3 are. Am, is, are. Okay. Next, second line, second row, was and were. The third column will be empty, nothing there. Was, were. Third one, has, have, had. In the column first you will write has, column second have, column third had. Number 4, do. Column 1 do, column 2 does, column 3 did. Do, does, did. Written. Next, will, would. Column 1 will, column 2 would. Will, would. Third column will be empty, khali. Next, shall, should. First column shall, second column should. Okay. Next, can, could. Can, could. Can in column 1, could in column 2. Next, may in column 1, might column 2, must column 3. Done. Next, be, been, being. Be, column 1 be, column 2 been, column 3 being. Okay. Done. So these are the auxiliary verbs where is, am, are, was, were, they are being used for progressive tense. Has, have, they are being used for perfect tense. Do, does, did. Do, does and did, they are being used to make negative form of sentence or the question forming of sentence. Okay. Now moving to our main topic, that is in this chapter we are going to learn about be, do and have, and I'll explain you that. Be. Now be here is can be used as an auxiliary verb or the main verb in the sentence itself. Means with this it can stand alone also, like I am a boy. Here am is an verb, auxiliary verb, but it works as a main verb also. Sometimes is, am, are. They are my friends, right? So here are is an auxiliary verb, but it works as a main verb also. So that's why it is telling here that be can be used as an auxiliary verb or the main verb in the sentence itself. Okay. Is tells us that an action is happening now and is going to happen in the future. Now the verb is. Be, okay, be means is, am, are, right? Now is used for singular form. First thing, is used for singular form. Now the verb is, auxiliary verb is, it can be used or it tells us about the action which is happening now or whether it is going to happen in the future. Okay. Be is also used to make passive, as I told you. When I explained you the table, I had told you that be is also used for the passive forms using the by. Okay. Are is used for they and we. Are is used for the plural forms, you can say. Okay, for the plural pronouns or for the plural nouns, we will use are. They are, we are, you are. Okay, and was. Was is used for past tense. Was and were, both are used for past tense. But how? Was is used for singular form past tense, like am and is. Okay, I was. He is the present tense. Then you will, if you want to use it in past tense, you will use he was. Was is used for past tense but in singular form. Okay, were is used for past tense with you, we and they. Don't get confused. Is, am, are. Is and am are used singular forms of the sentences. Are is used for plural form. Okay, if the noun is plural or the pronoun is plural, then we'll use are. Same goes for was and were. Was is used for past tense of is and am. Okay, I am sitting on the chair. Now if I want to change it in past tense, I'll remove am and I'll put was. I was sitting on the chair. Okay, same goes for were. Were is also used in past tense but only with the plural forms, or like you, we, they, or the plural nouns. Okay, so this is be, is, am and are, where is tells us about the action happening now or is going to happen in the future. Okay, be can be used in the passive forms also. Next is are. Are is used with plural forms like we and they. Okay, was and were. Now we'll move for was and were. Was and were are also auxiliary verbs, but they are used with past tense. If the sentence, or you can say if the past tense like is and am, if we want to use it in the past tense form for is and am, we will use was. Okay, and were for plural form of past tense with we, you and they. Okay, let's have a look on do. Now where is do being used? Where is do used? Do is common for forming questions and making negatives. If we want to change the sentence in a negative form, we will use do, did or does. Okay? Do is common for forming questions and making negatives. Did is used for do. Means do is present tense. If we want to change the sentence of do in past tense, we will use did there. Okay, and does in the present tense but singular form. If the subject is singular, then we will use does, and if the subject is plural, then we will use do. If we want to change it into past tense, then we will use it did. Do is never used for past tense. Do is never used for past tense. You have to just keep it in mind. Okay? One main thing, auxiliary verbs, as I told you, they support the main verb. Okay? And it is always the main thing which you have to remember, that auxiliary verbs are always used before the main verb. Okay, auxiliary verbs are always used before the main verb. What are auxiliary verbs now? Till now you must have understood what are auxiliary verbs. Is, am, are, was, were, can, could, will, would, shall, should, has, have, had, do, did, does. These kind of verbs are auxiliary verbs, and main verbs are the verbs which the action we do: sleep, talk, study, read, sit, stand, eat, jump, drink, etc., etc. There are many. Okay, so wherever you want to use auxiliary verb, it should always come before the main verb. Don't forget. Understood? Okay, auxiliary verbs change their form according to the number and person of the subject and tense used. As I told you, is and am, they are used for singular form, right? And are for plural form. Means if the sentence is telling you that the subject is plural, you will automatically use are. And if the sentence is telling you that the subject is singular, then you will use am and is. Okay, so don't get confused. Singular form and plural form. Okay, so do, does and did, in which do is common for forming questions and making negatives. Did is used for past tense. Does is used for present tense again, but it is used in if the subject is singular. Okay, and do is never used for past tense. Fine. Let's move to has, have and had. Now talking about have, has and had. Okay. First you should know that have is used to make the perfect tense. Have is used to make the perfect tense, and the main verb which is being used with the have is by the past participle. By the past participle means the third form of the main verb. As eat, ate, eaten. Eaten is the third form of the verb. So wherever you will use have and has, the verb form, third form of the verb, that is called the past participle, will be used with this auxiliary verb. Okay? Has is used for the third person singular. Has is used for singular verb. Singular form of subject. Okay? He has, she had. Okay? Only with the singular form we will use has. Had is also been used, but when the sentence is in past tense. When the sentence is in past tense, past perfect tense, or you can say, at that time you will use had. Okay. Had is used for the past tenses, especially the past perfect tense. Wherever there is a perfect tense, you will use has, have and had. Okay, but in the past perfect tense you will use had. It describes an action that began in the past and continues into the present, or that occurred in the recent past. And what does has, have, had describes? Has, have, had describes the action that is being done. Okay, means it was started in the past tense, it continued in the present tense. Okay, and or it may have occurred in the recent past tense. So this were our today's auxiliary verb: be, am and are. Be, do and have. Fine. Moving further with the same topic. Auxiliary verbs. You have made a table. I have told you about the table of 23 verbs. Further, you have to, I am explaining you this, that where has, had, was are been used as per the mood, tension and voice. Okay. Auxiliary verb be. In the be it comes like am, is, are, was, were, being, been, will be. Right? If have is been used, here have, the various form of have can be had, has, having, will have, shall have, okay, such kind. If the auxiliary verb do, then its various kind will be does, did, will do. Fine. Means here we can say that auxiliary verbs helps to express tense. Tense means past tense, present tense, future tense, perfect tense, continuous tense, etc. Mood and voice. Voice means active voice or passive voice. Okay? If the auxiliary verbs express tense forms, then how could we know that? He had eaten the whole pie. Here the auxiliary verb is had, main verb is eaten, the past participle form of verb is being used here, the third form of the verb, okay, and the tense. If I ask about the tense of this sentence, then had is used for past tense, but as I told you, has, have and had, they are used for perfect tense. So here had is been used and the sentence is a past perfect tense. Okay? He was snoring all night. He was snoring all night. Was. Here the auxiliary verb is was. Main verb is snoring. Okay, by adding the ing to the main verb, it automatically says that it is in a continuous form. But which continuous form? By the auxiliary verb was. Was is used in past tense. Okay, so by the auxiliary verb was, we can immediately understand that the sentence is in the past progressive tense. The sentence is in the past tense, can be understood by the verb was, and it is in a continuous form, can be understood by the main verb plus ing, that is snoring. Okay. Now about the mood. Mood means the sentence is told in which form? It is an interrogative sentence, it is an order, it is in request, what? Did it go well? Did. Auxiliary verb, right? But it is asked in a question form. Okay. Next, do try our tarts. Do. Auxiliary verb, but it is told in an imperative mood. Means asking you something, but not in a question form. Telling you something. Okay. Next is voice. Active voice, passive voice. But here every time it will tell us the passive voice. The pie was eaten by the dog. When the word by comes, it means it is in the passive voice. Okay. Here the auxiliary verb is was. But when a sentence is in a passive voice form, here you won't use was with the main verb in a progressive form. Okay. Here you will use was with third form of the verb and added by. Added with by. Py. Okay. So this is the auxiliary verbs which we are talking about. by which I think you must have understood that auxiliary verbs help to express tense, mood and voice. And how do they? I have explained you by giving you the examples. Okay, now moving to some more examples. As we have seen, auxiliary verbs is, am, are, was, were, be, being, will, has, have, had, do, does, did, goes on. There are plenty. Okay, let's take some more examples about it, of it. Okay, you note down this examples also, not the table before this which I told you. Okay, the table which I explained you about the tense, mood and voice, you have to not note down that. Okay, that was only for the explanation. Note down the things which I tell you, not each and everything. Now for the examples. I am sorry for what I have done. Here the auxiliary verb is am, standing all alone with it. I told you is and am can work alone as a main verb also. They are the auxiliary verb, but they can be used as the main verb also in the sentence. Is, he is a great all-rounder player. Is, again an auxiliary verb, but it is standing alone here. It can work alone. Are, you are never too old to learn. Okay. Are, here the auxiliary verb is are. Was, he was elected by a unanimous vote. What is an auxiliary verb here? Was. The children were playing with a ball. Auxiliary verb? Ball. No. Were. Don't get confused. I am going to confuse you. But you are going to tell me the right answer. No ma'am, ball is a noun. How could it be a verb? Here the auxiliary verb is were. And were is being used with the progressive, past progressive sentence, playing, ing. Verb with ing. Automatically understood that the sentence is in progressive form. Be. Music will be played on a phonogram. Here the auxiliary verb is be. Will also. Okay. Been. The actress has been divorced from her husband. Been. Auxiliary verb. Will. He will not play volleyball. Sentence. Future tense. How did we understand that it is in future tense? By the auxiliary verb will. Has. He has bought some tropical fruits. Has. Auxiliary verb is has. Okay? And it is showing that the sentence is in the perfect tense. Present perfect. Okay? With the past participle verb form of verb. Have. Our guests have arrived. Have is an auxiliary verb. Okay. Had. I had not seen him for 15 years. Had again is a form of a verb which is in form of an auxiliary verb which is used in past tense. Seen, SWN seen. Seen is the third form of the verb see. Okay. Do. I do not feel like going I do not feel like going out tonight. Do. Negative form. I told you it can be used in the negative form or in the question forming. The sentence is in the negative form. Do. Do is an auxiliary verb. Does. Does your job fulfill your expectations? Does is also an auxiliary verb which is used to form negative sentence or question formings. Okay. Did. Did you have a nice holiday? Did is again in an auxiliary verb. Okay. And it is also used for forming sentence in a question form. Okay. But did is used for past tense. Do and does is used for present tense. Okay. Just take care of that. Now let's have a look on the exercise. For the exercise, fill in the blanks with the correct auxiliary verbs from the choice presented. Means in the bracket I have given you some auxiliary verbs. Which is the right one? You have to write it in the blank. Okay. I have done it for you. What dash the kids doing when you last saw them? Now here the word is, which verb will come? Was, were, are, did, been. How would you understand what is to be used? First thing, see the noun first. Okay, what is it? It is a plural or it is a singular form. If it is a plural form, then you will use plural auxiliary verbs. It is, if the verb is in a plural form, you will use singular auxiliary verb. Okay. So here we have used were. Next, Carla dash always wanted to try skydiving. Sentence, has. Here in this sentence we will use the auxiliary verb has. Carla has always wanted to try skydiving. Where dash you go on your summer vacation? Here we will use the verb which one? Did. Okay, why? The sentence is in the past tense. So we will use did here. Okay, next. Why do you think she dash call you like she said she would? Here we will use didn't. Why do you think she didn't call you like she said she would call you? Mary dash going to be upset when she hears what happened. Now the verb is going, main verb is going, main verb with ing. So it is a progressive tense. So automatically we will use here is. Has is used in perfect form, so we can't use it. Don't and didn't are in negative form, we can't use it. And will is in for future tense, so we can't use will here, we will use is. Jeremy dash want to go to the movies, he wants to stay home instead. Reading the sentence only we can understand that here it will come in a negative form. And I have told you, in a negative form we will use do not or does not. So here isn't, wasn't, hasn't, we won't use that, we will use doesn't. So Jeremy doesn't want to go for the movies, he wants to stay home instead. I dash appreciate his jokes, they weren't funny. Again the sentence is in a negative form. Okay, but we have to understand it is in a past tense or in a present tense. It is in a past tense form. So here did, negative wanted, we won't use. Have used in perfect form, been used in perfect form. Okay, so we will use didn't for the negative sentence. For making the sentence negative, I told you we will use do, did or does. Okay, number 8, I really like fish, but I dash for meat. Understood by the sentence only that it is in a negative form. So we will use don't here. Okay, were question sentence number 9. Where dash you going when I saw you last night? You. You is in a plural form, and last night sentence is in a past tense, so we will use here were, because was is a past tense. Was is a past tense auxiliary verb, but it is used for singular subject. Here you means it is a plural subject, so we will use were here. Is present tense, do present tense, did cannot be used, so we will use were. Tara dash called yet. Sorry, not Tara, Zara. Zara hasn't. Zara dash called yet. She is late as usual. Now, understand the form of the sentence. It is in a negative form. So, but we here it is, though it is negative, but sometimes when the sentence needs some other auxiliary verb with negative, it can be used only for sometimes. Okay, so here we will use hasn't. Zara hasn't called yet. She is late as usual. Fine, let's move to the last exercise. Now these last two exercises are to be done by you. Okay, now the exercise which has been shown here, you have to fill in the blanks with the correct auxiliary verbs. Below each and every auxiliary verbs, I have given you 3 options. You have to read the sentence very carefully, understand it, and as per I have explained you how much you have understood, you have to note, you have to fill these blanks with the auxiliary verbs. Okay, this exercise I am not going to help you at all. Let's see how much you have understood and how much you can do it. Okay, fine. There are 10 sentences. Just read the sentence carefully, understand it, whether it is in progressive tense, perfect tense, negative form, question form, how it is, and use the sentences as per, use the auxiliary verb as per the need of the sentence. Main thing is auxiliary verb comes always before the main verb. You have to keep that in mind. Understood? Fine. So, just complete this exercise. Study well. Take care of yourself. Bye.